अस्सलाम वालेकुम
स्टूडेंट्स, ये हमारे पास है नंबर पैटर्न्स का क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 एक्सरसाइज 7B। इसमें आप देखें क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 के द फर्स्ट 4 फिगर्स ऑफ अ सीक्वेंस आर एज शोन। अगर आप देखें इसमें एक सर्कल गिवन है, here are 2 circles with one intersection, this is the area of intersection, this middle one. Then there are 3 circles with 2 intersections, then there are 4 circles, 1 2 3 4 4 circles with 3 of them are the intersections. They want you to make the 2 figures of the sequence, the 2 next figures of the sequence. I think it is very easy to make them, to draw them. Let's see. The next 2 figures are going to be, this is 1 2 3 4 and 5. Since there are 4 circles with 3 intersections, there are 1 2 3 4 5 5 circles with 4 intersections. The next figure is going to be 6 circles, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 6 circles with 5 intersections, 5 areas of intersection, 1 2 3 4 and 5. There are 5 intersections among them. So this is the first part. Draw the next 2 figures of the sequence. Then the second one is complete the table. Figure number is when there is one circle, there is 0 intersection. One figure, one circle, there is no intersection, 0 intersection. When there are 2 circles, there is only 1 intersection. When there are 3 circles, there are how many intersections? 2 intersections. Then there are 4 circles. 4 circles and how many intersections? 3 intersections. Then there is 5 circles with 4 intersections. Then there is 6 circles with 5 intersections. Then I can say if there is n number of circles, then the number of intersection is going to be n minus 1, isn't it? Look at it again. Figure number, when there is one circle, we have 0 intersections. When there is 2 circles, there are 2 circles, there is only 1 intersection. When there are 3 circles, we have 2 intersections. When there are 4 circles in figure 4, there are only 3 intersections. When there are 5 circles, we have 4 intersections. When there are 6 circles, we have 5 intersections in this one. Then if there are, this is the general term. The general term has n number of circles. N can be any number. It can be 1, it can be 100, it can be 1000, it can be any other number, any number. Then the number of intersection is 1 less than the number of circles. So this is part 2. Now the third part is find the value of n for which the circles in the figure have 28 intersections. Find the value of n for which the circles in the figure have 28 intersections. So let's come to the solution. I know that general term of a number of intersections, general term of number of intersections is equals to n minus 1, and I know that. We have already deduced that. So let n minus 1 is equals to 28. Since number of intersections is equals to 28 this way, there are 28 intersections. So n minus 1 is equals to 28. So just shift this number, this minus 1, to the other side. It becomes positive 1. So n is left alone, and we get n is equals to 29. So this is the value of n, the required value of n. So this is your answer for this question. Now let's move on to the other question. This is question number 7. The nth term of a sequence is given by 2n square plus 1. This is your nth term. This is your general term. Write down the first 4 terms of the sequence. The first 4 terms of a sequence when the general term is given by 2n square plus 1. So let's see how can we solve it. The nth term of a sequence is given by, or we can say that this is the formula. So 2n square plus 1 is the formula for your sequence. So you have to put the values to find out the terms, to solve out the terms. So when n is equals to 1, this is 1. When n is equals to 1, you just fix this 1 in place of n, and you get 3 in return. 2n square plus 1, you put this n is equals to 1 here in place of n. it gives you 2 ones are 2 plus 1 becomes 3. Similarly, when n is equals to 2, you just put this value of n here in place of n becomes 2 into 2 square plus 1. 2 square, we have to solve this square first. 2 square is 4 and then 2 4 are 8. 8 plus 1 is equals to 9. So this is the second term. Similarly, the third term will be calculated when we put n is equals to 3. We put this 3 in place of n and solve it. First, we solve the square. 3 to the power square becomes 9. 2 9 are 18 plus 1 becomes 19. Similarly, the fourth term is calculated by putting 4 in it and then solving the square first and then multiplying it with 2 and then adding 1 with it. So the first 4 terms of the sequence are given as 3, 9, 19 and 33. 3, 9, 19 and 33. So these are the first 4 terms of the sequence. What is the next question? The first 4 terms of another sequence. Okay, this is a sequence mentioned already. Now they are giving you another sequence, that is 1, 7, 17 and 31. You can see it is 1, 7, 17 and 31. This is another sequence given. They want you to compare the sequences and write down in terms of n a formula for the nth term of the sequence, of the second sequence, of this sequence. The first sequence had a formula 2n square plus 1 and now they want you to find out the formula for the nth term of the sequence, which is given later, this one. So let's try and find out the second sequence general term. The sequence of part A was 3, 9, 19, 33 and so on. This is, there are the 3 dots which indicates that this sequence is going on and does not stop. Similarly, the sequence given in part B, in this new part, in the later part, this sequence has terms 1, 7, 17 and 31. The first 4 terms are 1, 7, 17 and 31 and it goes on, but they are just discussing the first 4 terms. So they want us to compare them both. By comparing both of the sequences, we have the general term as general term is the nth term, Tn. So this was, if we compare both of these sequences, we come to know that 3 and 1, they have some relation. If you can see it, there is 9 and 7. This is the second term of the sequences. These are the second terms of the sequences. So just compare them and you can see, you can smell something. Then there is the third term, 19 and 17. And then there is the fourth term, that is 33 and 31. So if I say that this new sequence has just been developed by subtracting 2 from it, 3 minus 2 gives you 1, 9 minus 2 gives you 7, 19 minus 2 gives you 17, 33 minus 2 gives you 31. So can I say that this was the formula of the first sequence and then subtracting 2 from it and it gives you the general term for the next sequence, for the second sequence. This is the formula for the new sequence mentioned here in the second part, this one. So its general term becomes 2n square and it is minus 1. This is the answer. Then they want us to find the 388th term. 388th term. So what is it like? We already know the formula now. This is the formula for the second sequence. You just have to put the n equal to 388. So T 388. This is 388th term. This is 388th term. So just put this 388 in place of n, and we already knew that Tn is equals to 2n square minus 1. So we just put 388 in place of n. We have to solve the square first and then multiply it with 2 and then subtract 1 from it and we get the answer. So this is the answer. This is your first video in which we talked about 2 questions, question number 6 and question number 7. These both questions are on page number 172. You can find both of them on page number 172. This course is of IGCSE. You can just note down the questions.